W9OY. I'm going to demonstrate some features about the filtering system in the Flex 6000 series radio. This is some additional filtering that has been added to the Flex radio. Filtering choices that have been added to the Flex radio. I'm listening to 5T9 VB. I just worked him on 30 meters. The bandwidth of this filter is 160 hertz, and my band noise is running about minus 117 dB, and the 5T station is running about minus 114 dB in that range, so it's a fairly weak signal. This is the filter which has the sharpest skirts, the least amount of ringing, and the least amount of noise in the bandwidth. 160 hertz. This is a filter which has a shorter latency, smaller latency, but the bandwidth spreads out. So in other words, instead of a very deep bandwidth, it kind of tails off like that. That's even wider. You can hear more noise, less steepness in the bandwidth. And that's even wider. So this filter you might use in a contest where you needed very fast QSK, but you weren't too worried about the steepest bandwidth. This is the situation that I would use where you'd want the best signal-to-noise ratio, typically. So a question arose, how does the APF work in the Flex radio? So again, we have a 160 hertz filter. I'm going to turn the APF off and on. Again, this is the steepest filter. I'm going to back off to the next level of steepness. This is to the third down on steepness. And this is the worst steepness. So you can hear that the APF improves the signal to noise considerably. I'm going to go down on the bandwidth. This is a 70 hertz filter. So again, this is the tightest filter, the steepest filter. 70 hertz. feel a difference. Go to the second steepest filter. You can hear an improvement in signal to noise, third steepest filter. You can hear a considerable improvement in signal to noise. And the fourth steepest filter. So you can hear that the difference is most pronounced even at 70 hertz on signals that are on the fourth steepest filter. Going to 50 hertz. This is the fourth steepest filter. Third steepest filter. Second steepest filter. And the sharpest filter. That's 400 hertz. This is the fourth steepest filter. So you can hear the station goes from being nearly unreadable to readable with the APF. So it improves readability considerably. Now many APF systems somehow peak the signal, but what the Flex system does, it improves the signal to noise, and so it needs to be judged in terms of signal to noise improvement. So again, the advantage of using the APF in this situation is that, for example, if you go to a 400 hertz filter and you switch to QSK, you get very fast turnaround, but the bandwidth suffers a little bit. And so with the adjustment with the APF and the other filtering options, you can still maintain a very good signal to noise ratio, even though you may have a little less quality in terms of the shape of the filter. 7.3 from W901.